Hey guys, Orly here from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the Retreat Mini Backpack from Herschel. In this review, we will have gone ahead and sectioned it off into a wee summary. We'll go through the features, we'll pack out the bag, we'll also do a wee fit check, comfortability, see how it feels on the female body. We'll do a water test, airline test, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, if there is anything that we have missed about this backpack that you would like to know, then just pop us a wee comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So the price will depend on the color and whether or not they have a sale online. You can also offer Amazon too if you wanted to. That will just depend also, and it might limit you to your colors as well, but the price range is around £45 to £75. It does come in a lot of wonderful colors, from pastel colors, bold colors and neutral. It is made up with an Ecosystem 600D fabric made from 100% recycled post-consumer water bottles. You do have the option to get it in the 10 litre that I have here, or the 17 litre, or even the 23 litre. The dimensions are 28 by 22.5 by 12.5 in centimeters. The kind of shape and style is a little bit old school, but also very cute, petite and stylish, I would have to say. I have used their big backpack before. It's pretty much this, but in the bigger version. I think it must be like the 23 version, and that has lasted a long time as well. So I have to say, in terms of like the durability of this backpack, you are absolutely grand. The wee style of it is definitely a great everyday kind of carry if you didn't really want to go for a sling and you wanted something a bit more stylish, a bit more cutesy, something that you could set maybe in a professional setting but also in an urban setting as well. When it is packed out, it can sit up by itself, as you can see. When it's not packed out, it does have a lot of flexibility with it. Now, you can completely pack this out. You can also remove these and kind of station them a bit higher to give you a little bit more room, depending on if you want to use the full kind of cinch or if you want to open that up. That's really just going to depend on how you like to style it. I like to have my cinch closed inside just to give that kind of anti-theft as well. And also, just a thing to note, the back, when you do have a laptop in there, you might be able to feel your laptop depending. It's obviously going to be a smaller kind of style laptop or any electronics, just because of the flexibility. But there is a little bit of padding, don't get me wrong, but I would probably opt to pad up your electronics if you do have that, such as like cameras and things, because there's just not a lot of it. Herschel do offer a limited lifetime warranty, 30-day returns and international shipping. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. Because of the way the color is, that's how it's going to pick it up, so don't worry about the whole swirly whirly whenever it's set down. Ain't nothing I can do about it. This is the lot I got, this is the lot and you're getting. Okay, externally you've got some of the classic Herschel branding here, which is super nice, simple to the point. Then you've got these two lovely buckles. Now, I think these are definitely more aesthetically pleasing than actually practical. They remain in that same position for the foreseeable. I have used their kind of bigger version of this throughout uni and stuff, and I never adjusted the straps. So they will remain there in this position for the foreseeable. But of course, if you want to, you can take them out of that and position it how you want. But these are essentially just a bit more aesthetically pleasing rather than the whole practical purpose. These little belts, that's them. What you do have is this little pocket. Becomes pretty useless. I mean, you could plop your keys in there. It would have been nice to have a key lash in there. I don't really opt to use that unless like I had like spare change or whatever and I was comfortable keeping it in there, then that's where it would be and remain. You don't have external kind of pockets here for water bottles or anything on the sides. It's just kind of simple and to the point. So let's get into the main pocket, which might be hard for you to see because it is bright, but just because of the camera, it's not really picking it up well. And as you can hear, all the dangle from those lovely little belts on the table sound amazing. So you do have this pillar, which reminds me of the new outdoor line from Peak Design with this whole system. Usually you just get like a shoom shoom. But this helps open it up. You've got this little pillar that does so. Then kind of opens like this. You need to open it a bit more, then you can do that. Or you can tighten her in. I think this just makes it really awkward for me. Like, what happened to just having the annoying way? Oh, the straps are melting me. So on the inside it says put yourself out there, and another little bit of branding. It is just space in there. There is one pocket, and that's essentially like your laptopy compartment. And then just a flat bottom. The bottom is quite padded. So inside, there you go. Flat kind of bottom, just space. And then you've got this little compartment, which of course I am going to measure for you. See what kind of laptop we can get in there. 11.5, but to be practical, about 9.5 across. What we got? About 8 inches across. Now the kind of smallest one I've got here is this, and for some reason I could just set it in the bag like that if you want, yeah? Or if you want to use that compartment, it just means it ain't gonna fit. Do you know? It just makes it a bit awkward, but you could just place that in there like that. That is a 12 by 9, and that just kind of comes to the top without using that pocket, because that just cuts off for me for my laptop anyway, so you'll best know with your own. And then as mentioned, the rest is space, but we're gonna close this up and take a look at the back system. As you can see, if you have a laptop in there, it kind of creates some structure on the back. The back system does have a little bit of padding here. You've kind of got 3 panels. The straps are super duper thin. You do have dangle stoppers though, and you do have a thumb puller, which is just a little bit of a bonus. We'll get more into that in the fit check. You do have your little handle here as well. That is handy for hanging it up too, but just handy to just grab from, or just grab from the straps really. They're both made out of the kind of same material. And then you can kind of custom this to your own build and height. And as mentioned, this is just the back, but being aware, if you do have a laptop in there, it is well padded, don't get me wrong. It's just that creates a bit more structure for you, as you can kind of see. So you may or may not feel it. It just depends on your own laptop and if you have that padded up as well. Okay, let's pack her on up. I'm just going to fit my laptop in there. Then I have room for a book in the back in that wee compartment. A 250ml coffee mug, laptop charger, my umbradoodle, lip balm, spray. As you can see, it starts turning into kind of chuck it in. I don't feel safe putting my phone on front, and there is no side pockets. You could absolutely do that if you wanted to. So I'm just going to place my phone in here, cinch this in, pull up that there, clip her on down, and that is her packed up. If you do have a bigger laptop, then you could adjust these a bit more to give you a little bit more leeway here with the top. But then again, it might just stick out, so just be aware of that. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, see how this feels on the female body. This is how I like it, up taper tight, and don't get me wrong here. Even with like the little straps here, this is absolutely grand. I don't feel like it's uncomfortable, and I have a lot of room to kind of play with. If I wanted this right down low, then I could go for that. This is what it's like on me for the low kind of moment. For reference, I am 5'6", but for the way I like it, which is right on up here, this is what it's like on me. I love the fact that they've still implemented dangle stoppers as well. Just works on those wee thumb holes. Yes, it is this tiny, teeny kind of material, but it does work for this kind of backpack because it is so small and petite, and you really don't feel it on your back, and that's something that you need. Curves around the old girls. It's grand. Okay, for a wee airline test, this is the requirements for EasyJet. I can tell you, no bother, it will fit in, and what a cute bag to just bring along with you as well. And also for those budget airlines, I can guarantee this bad boy is fitting in as well. For the water test, it's grand, especially when you have this flap over. I'm not really worried about water seeping in because you can cinch the top close as well. Just takes a wee bit longer to dry on the kind of seatbelt material, and if water does seep into that wee front pocket, just be aware of what you have in there. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros are that it is definitely small, petite, cute. It can be dressed up and down. It is a nice alternative to a sling, as mentioned, and it does fit those budget airlines. So if you are looking for a wee personal item that doesn't break the bank, then this is your go-to. Some cons to think about, just thinking about airlines, maybe we'll have a wee luggage slip. That would have been nice. I don't definitely miss it. I do miss side water bottle compartments or something, a side pocket. Whilst you do have this front pocket, it does become a bit pointless because there's nothing really I have small enough to fit in there, and I don't feel it is as secure enough. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any of their other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.